I'm going to talk through a bit about how For a Better Life came about, what it's about, and why it was done the way it was done. I started off with an idea in my head. That's something I think about quite a bit, and the title sums that up well, I think. The title, For a Better Life, was taken from a humidifier that I got from Amazon. On the side of the box, it said, For a Better Life. And I thought that was quite funny and quite dark at the same time, because it's suggesting that if you buy this humidifier, you will have a better life, which seems quite unlikely, really. And I think in a way that's what a lot of the zine is about, is the seduction of consumer culture and the dystopian side of that as well. The cover and back cover pictures are stills from a video that I took in Times Square. It is J-Lo, I believe. Her face is being reflected on a skyscraper opposite Times Square billboards, and I love how her face is like glitching through the reflection and the grid. I really like that effect. Here is the original video. I used these images on the front and back cover, and their soft touch, which I thought was quite sexy, and it wraps around the whole cover, front and back. I've also used these images throughout the zine because I think it gives it a nice flow. Part of my tactic for making the zine was to put myself in places that I associated with, like capitalism, and one place that I went to was Liverpool Street at rush hour, and that's where these photos were taken. I thought these came out absolutely beautiful. I used essentially the wrong film for the day and the lighting, and I think what actually happened was these real ghostly shapes of people moving around, and that is why I love using film, is you never know what the photos are going to come back like, and these were a really nice surprise. On the left here is a shot from a closing down store on Oxford Street on Black Friday. It was absolute chaos in there, and it was kind of interesting and strange to see the high street dying gradually and people acting like savages, picking at their carcass in a way. All the shoes had been ransacked, and these two were just left two odd shoes, which I thought was they look quite nice. On the right side is popcorn that was taken at Winter Wonderland. I really like how the shot came out. It works nice, full size. This is a cropped version. I like how you kind of want to eat the popcorn. It's quite stark with the flash, which I think works nicely. I also made a video during that time called Closing Down Everything Reduced. Here is a clip. The Halloween page is an interesting page to talk about, I think. I used this photo, which was taken after Halloween, and there was still webs up around this house, but Halloween was finished. It's quite a telling portrait of the consumerism come down before Halloween. It's all the excitement and everything coming into the shops, and people rush around buying things like the fake blood and the costumes and the sweets. And then when Halloween is finished, everyone's hungover, back to work on Monday, and the rain comes in and the decorations are still there, and it's this weird feeling of the night before. Negative space can be really important, as well as the photos themselves, because it makes you look at the photos in a different way. The use of a lot of negative space and a lot of white feels quite wrong. It goes well with the concept of the photo and the page. This is an effective page for me. It works well. This double page spread is souvenirs. I really like this photo. This is one of my favourite photos that I've ever taken, I think. I took this in Palestine in 2018. I really like the story in this photo. I love the way that the letters of the word souvenir have been taken off and have left these shadows. Obviously, this person had started a souvenir shop and then, it hadn't worked out. I've laid this photo out in a slightly different way. I've put a white border around the photo, which sort of frames it in a nice way. It's lined up in a way that's slightly off, in a way that you might not notice even to start with. And I quite like that. You might not know if it's intentional or not. And I kind of like playing with that idea of like illusion / reality / like error and that off perfect glitch effect. The final page is a photo that I took in Berlin of a businessman who is falling asleep on an escalator. I really like the lighting in this photo. I think it has a really calming energy about it. It kind of reminds me of the song you would play at the end of a night out. It has a feeling of an ending about it, which is why I wanted to use it for the last page. I matched it with this soft purple colour on the opposite page, which I think complements it well. To see everything I'd been thinking about all together in one place really helped me understand what it was exactly that I was thinking about, and in turn that really helped develop my photography. So if you're thinking about making something, I would really recommend just go and make the thing, because then you can build on that and go from that and make other things. And you never know where that will take you. Thank you for watching.